Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? We've had a few gorgeous days here. Can't complain. What do you think the hardest part about being a parent is? And some of you haven't even, you might have little kids, so you haven't hit that stage, or all the stages, But I'm thinking the hardest part about being a parent is going to be letting your kids go and live their life and not intervene. I like to intervene. But they get that point where they are adults. They are the leader of their life. They are the one, going on their path. And, sometimes it's really hard. Sometimes it's really hard. I have a friend who's going to be an empty nester, and she's not looking forward to it at all. I'm very blessed my children seem to still want to stick around me. What do you think is the hardest? I mean, we've definitely gone through our streaks with all our children, having 5, and now my youngest is 16. Nobody really snuck out of the house. One of them did try lying about a situation, and it was like, I'm sorry, you're grounded. But overall, I shouldn't even say this because my youngest is, hitting that rebellious age probably. Nobody really rebelled majorly. My one middle son did, he did his thing, but nothing too, knock on wood, nothing too extreme, which is good. But there's always trials. I mean, my oldest son was the challenging child through school. At least I thought he was. He was hard to get through school because it was no child left behind, and it didn't matter how well he read or how well he didn't read. They weren't going to hold him back, which is crap. And then my youngest son was bullied, so we had to deal with that. And, the schools now, they don't do squat. They don't do anything, but, I mean, in the whole retrospect of it, I mean, when they were little and babies and, you were busy and work and this and that, and it just flew by. And I'm sitting here going, eventually they're going to move out. Eventually it's going to be just me and my husband. And it's like, I don't know what I think about that. I'm not sure how I think about that. That could possibly be the hardest. I mean, there's been times just, my girls moving out was devastating. Taking their Christmas ornaments was devastating, stuff like that. It just breaks your mama's heart. And, but, I think when they're all moved out and living their life, I'm going to be a little sad. I don't know. What do you think? That's just my thought process for today. Yeah. But anyway, today, I'm not sure what we're doing. I think we're doing a soap. I could be wrong. So anyway, 3 things. Be kind, be forgiving, and be you. And let's go check out what the video for this Friday is going to be. Okay, and to our soap. This is a lavender essential oil soap. This lady came to my vendor show, and she was telling my daughter how she, one of her friends had given her a bar of lavender essential soap, and she just loved it because when she took a shower in the evening, she would use her lavender essential soap bar, and it made her all relaxed and ready for bed, and she was out and she was looking for one, and my daughter, the salesperson that she is, she's like, well, she can make you one. Yeah, I don't think of jumping in and saying that type of thing, but my daughter has no problem doing that, so, which is great. Now, I wasn't very original with the colors, but I didn't think I really had to be. I like lavender, just your essential oil bar to be simple. So the only color I am adding to this is Purple Rain Mica from Brambleberry, and the rest will have some titanium dioxide in it. Will lavender discolor my soap? I have no idea. I don't see it discoloring the soap, but I just wanted the white. You know what I mean? I wanted the white, not just the basic soap batter color. You know what I'm saying? And yes, before you say it, I know my desk is a disaster, but that's just how it is. So I didn't really know for sure what I wanted to do with the soap. I just wasn't sure. And then at the last minute, which is why I'm so indecisive here, I decided to do the little skinny drop pour. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to call it extra skinny because I'm making 3 passes instead of my typical 2 passes. But definitely lavender held up and didn't get thick on me. Yay! Some essential oils do. They will thicken up quicker than 90 proof alcohol. So, citrus oils don't. But then it just depends on the blend and all that stuff. But yeah, that was it. This was it. And the colors coming up to the top look gorgeous. And then I took my hanger and went down the middle and gave it a whoosh whoosh on the side and a whoosh whoosh on the other side and a whoosh whoosh and called it good. Yes, that's a hanger swirl because you're using a hanger to do it. No, you can you can buy professional soap making hangers. They're just more of the wire, and then you bend them to your mold. And actually had a lady give me one. I'm not kidding you. Like she gave me one. She gave me a bunch of stuff that she didn't want, and it was like Christmas Day. It's like what? So much fun. But yeah, she was spring cleaning, and she's like, maybe you can use some of this. And I'm like, okay. That was exceptionally nice of her. And then you just scrape the extra stuff on the top, and then I'm adding a little bit of eco glitter to the top just to give her a little bling for her bar. And I think she only ordered 1 bar or 2, something like that. But which was fine because, lavender's a good bar to have in your essential oil lineup. So, yeah. And like I've said before, people either love it or they absolutely hate it. It's the craziest thing. Okay, and jumping right into the cut of this. Look at that beautiful bar. Nice and solid, nice and creamy looking. Absolutely fabulous. So while I'm cutting these, what do you guys do with your kids when they turn 18? And they graduate high school, okay? The typical turned 18, graduated high school. What do you do with them? Do you kick them out? Do you make them pay rent? And everybody's different, so don't feel that you're, doing something wrong if you're not following your neighbor's philosophy, because everybody does it different, and what you do works for your family. But aren't these super pretty? The swirls are absolutely gorgeous. Here are the bars right after I cut them. And oops, I only have 2 left, so they're wrapped, stocked, and ready to go. And I'm going to put my favorite proverb back in here. And as always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time, and God bless.